Good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a good Saturday morning so far. So I thought I'd come on today, just a quick, well, hopefully not too long video, just to show you some books that I have recently bought and also take you through some of the things that I've been making recently within the last few days. And so yeah, I just thought I'd do that. So I'm going to take you through the books first and then I'll go through the things I've made. So this was a selection of books that I bought off Facebook Marketplace. There's a gentleman who was selling his mum's books and who were very reasonably priced. So yeah, so I was really pleased to get them, to be honest. They're really pretty and perfect for what we do, although some of them I wouldn't consider cutting up, a few of them I would. So this is just a quick flip through. There's the pretty cover, and then this is, let's see what date, 1985. Oh, this impression was published in 1989, so it is vintage. But as you can see, it's got these really pretty illustrations and beautiful writing as well. So I think you could probably pick this book up. I'm just checking. Yeah, you could probably pick this book up for a few pounds, maybe £3, £4, £5. I think you could easily pick it up. I think it's available. So as you can see, it's a lovely sort of diary style, almost Edith Holden. In fact, when I first saw it, I thought, very similar. The writing, everything about it's very similar. So yeah, very, very pretty. Really beautiful illustrations. I hesitate to cut books up, I have a real problem with it, but I can imagine that. I think this would be popular if, look at that, that's so pretty. I wouldn't cut that up, for example. So pretty. But these little ones, I think that, they would make lovely pages in junk journals, or, elements in tags and things like that. So yes, it's extremely pretty, and it would be lovely to read. I haven't read it, so I will read it, but very nice. Yeah, just gorgeous, really. That's a lovely pic. Imagine that on as a page, and then you have that on the other side. So yeah, just beautiful. So I just wanted to look at that. It's gorgeous. Oh wow, brown background, that's unusual but lovely. So yeah, and I like these little sort of snippets of the way that they've been laid out in little snippets of writing. Gorgeous. So I think this book probably has been used by junk journalists. I haven't seen anybody use it, but I think it probably has. So it's worth looking out for yourself if you're interested. This one, the Embroiderer's Country album. Just make sure I'm properly in frame. I might have to pull back a bit for this one. It's a little bit bigger. Yeah, I'll try and stay to here. So this one, it's got a lovely cream colour and sort of a brown, I can't think of the word, title on the edge there. It's got a label here. Probably the original, I don't know. But yes, very pleasantly surprised by this. Beautiful, beautiful book. Just making sure you can see jumping up and down on my right, let's see what this says. 1994. So I have 2 of her books which I will show you, but again I can imagine this being very popular with junk journalists. Just absolutely stunning. I love the dark backgrounds that she uses as well, and some of the illustrations in here are lovely as well. So just, you know, a good book for junk journaling. I mean, look at that, that's gorgeous. All of it's gorgeous, to be honest. It's just a beautiful book. Yes, you would easily be able to get hold of this book. I don't know if it might be a little bit more expensive, but I haven't looked, but it's worth looking to see how much it is and whether it's worth buying. I love these little drawings. Yeah, just stunning. So another lovely book that you could use, you know, where you to cut this up and create beautiful artwork in your journals. Ah, oh, it's just gorgeous. The detail, she's a very, very talented lady. Very talented. A very inspirational book. So many pretty books out there, you know, and my collection just gets bigger and bigger every day. Well, every week or every other week or whatever. Alright, so this one is another Helen Stephens. I'll show you this one first. So this one's another Helen Stephens. This time it's black with gold embossed title. And oh, lovely page, front pages here. Oh, gorgeous. This one is 1992. And very similar to the last one I showed you with these beautiful dark backgrounds. The woodland floor. I love that she incorporates these spider webs, and just the detail is just fabulous. Yeah, look at that. Just gorgeous. And this. Yeah, I mean, you just can't go wrong. Spring hedgerow, and the back as well. Yeah. And then it looks like there's some helpful information at the back about embroidery. I think it's, you know, I mean, I guess, you know, if you could draw this and you wanted to trace it, then you could use it as a design for your own embroidery if you're into that. So there's plenty that you could get from a book like this, apart from it being really interesting, really beautiful. For a junk journaler, you know, plenty of imagery to cut out and to use in various ways, pages and tags and envelopes and pockets, and just a plethora of ideas. And I'll be very interested to read, because it sounds like, you know, there's you know, there's discussion about nature and which is always interesting to me. Wow, this is a very talented lady. I think I've already said that, but I mean, you can see for yourself. Movement in her work is and there's a stillness which you would get from you know, a design like this, but there's also movement in it as well. And you can almost imagine this little vole or mouse or whatever it is, I think it's a vole, you know, just crossing over and down the wheat sheaf. And a bumblebee flying to get the pollen. Yeah, very, very beautiful and very interesting. Oh, gosh, it's just stunning. Okay, I, you know, this could go on forever, so I'm going to leave it here. But yeah, another lovely book that I think you could get at a very reasonable price. I hope you can if you want to buy it. Anyway, I haven't looked to see how much it is. Treasury of Flower Designs. This is a soft book, a soft cover book. So the designs for embroiderers and craftsmen. It's 100 Garden Favourites by Susan Gable. I think this is an American book. $1981. Okay. So this is full of these designs that you could copy and use in your work. Or, you know, if you wanted to, you could cut it up and use it in your work. Make lovely pages, and then you've got a place to write if you wanted to. Put a photograph, a picture, whatever. So very, very useful in our work. Lots of writing spaces and lots of inspiration, design to use. You know, this could be a front cover. You could colour them in, paint them with watercolours. Or, you know, any type of medium you could use on these. Crayons. Yeah, I mean, they're just lovely, and if you cut these out and make lovely tags, so I think that's what I will, well, I'll use them for all different, I will definitely cut this book up. I think it would be fairly, you know, I wouldn't worry about cutting a book like this up, but yeah. I mean, you know, you put a lovely photograph there, just gorgeous. And there. So yeah, very interesting. Again, I haven't looked at how much this would be. I don't know how available it is. I suspect it's quite available. So it says there it was £3.70 at some point from the USA. And it's in dollars as well, so yeah. Don't know, but yeah, worth looking at. Definitely recommend that as well. Another one, The Hedgerow, or just Hedgerow, by Anna Angus, illustrated by Michael Wood. Let's have a look at the, oh, it's beautiful, red linen, beautiful, and then a lovely gold embossed title on the spine. And then this is the lady who on this book wrote very helpfully wrote these, which are sort of natural dyes to use. So she's put dropped oak leaves, ash leaves, walnut twigs, and you get a dark brown, grass clippings, you get a lemon, dahlia, heather, tea. If you boil grass at different times, i.e. dawn, midday, it will give you different shades, which is interesting. I wonder if that's to do with the moisture content in the grass. You must add mordants to keep colour, and 5 parts mordant or alum, and then something iron fertiliser. So yeah, so it's just, yeah, interesting. I love finding things like that in books. It's just, you know, a nod to the original owner. So when I spoke to the gentleman, he said his mum really never used these books. She bought them. She loved books. She bought them. She was obviously keen on nature and beauty, you know, in nature. And that's, you know, evident by the books. So this was 1987. So a nice vintage book. And here we have natural history book with lovely sort of exploring. So it's, you know, just an exploration of nature, and you've got beautiful watercolour paintings and illustrations. Oh, I like that. Beautiful. So let's have a look. Yeah, again, this would be a book, I imagine, that would be popular with junk journalists. Oh, didn't need to see that. I've seen that in another book recently, A Dead Bird, and I just wonder why they bothered to put it. I mean, who wants to see? We know that birds die. Why do we want to see a dead bird? That's just a bizarre idea, I think. Anyway, other than that, the book is absolutely stunning. Beautiful, beautiful work. Very anatomically correct. Is that the right word? Anatomically? Yeah, I think it's the right word. My brain's not working too well this morning, as usual. Love this. So I've been out foraging yesterday, was it, or the day before yesterday, and I got lots of nice things, elderberries, lots of berries. I tend to go back because there's so much more to forage there. We got brambles. I went with my sister, and I got lots of herbs. I got yarrow, mugwort, tansy. Yeah, it was just, you know, it's all out there at the moment. It's a lovely time of year to pick the berries. Rowan, to make rowan jelly. It's very tart, but it is delicious. Well, I make other things with rowan, actually, with the wood and the berries. I dry them and I make little cross. They're called rowan crosses. So maybe I'll show you one of those. What else? Rosehip syrup from the rosehips, or rosehip tea. I love rosehip tea. I have it on my Instagram page. You would, if you scroll down, you'd see a rosehip tea from last year. It's just delicious, a beautiful pink colour. Hawthorn berries. Just so much out there at the moment. Oh, and I'm keeping my eye out for the cobnuts or the hazelnuts, because they're ripening at the moment. Love this page. So this book for me is there's certainly things that you could cut out of this book and use in your journal. For example, you know, smaller imagery. It's also a book that you could keep and read, you know, and just appreciate, because it is sort of more of a pretty book in a sense, you know, it's more of an information, a book that you might read. But there are lovely imagery and images in here, and which you could certainly use. So there's that one. Now I did get another couple. Sorry about this, just have a quick look. I got this one, A Country Harvest. This one I got for my own use in the apothecary, just because I love collecting these books with herbal remedies and things like that. It's a lovely peachy coloured, orange peachy coloured cover. linen cover. And I love this. This tells you what's in season, you know, according to the calendar. The paper's lovely as well. It's very thick, almost cartridge-like, or maybe it is cartridge. 1980. It is a lovely book, but it is mostly information. But you could certainly, if you found it cheap enough and wanted a copy of it just for the images, then there are plenty of images in here as well. But again, just some lovely information as well, or some very detailed information on herbs and foraging and that sort of thing, and what you can pick up at certain times of the year. So it's very, and then at the back there's lots of recipes as well, which always come in handy. I mean, I just love what so this one here with savoury chicken pancakes with tansy. So this is tansy. I picked this. It's not something I would recommend to eat willy-nilly or take as a herbal remedy willy-nilly, because it can have it can interact with certain conditions. So, but I won't go into that. But yeah, I mean, they're obviously with a small amount in food. If you weren't taking it, you know, every day as a medicine, for example, then you'd be absolutely fine. I imagine it's quite bitter. I haven't tried it, but I do imagine it's quite bitter. Rowan, let's say rowan jelly. It's a beautiful tree, rowan. I would love a rowan tree in my garden. It's just a lovely British tree. So there you go. So, and elderberries there. So a lovely, lovely, lovely book. And I definitely will treasure this. I won't be cutting the images out, for example. So, but just thought I'd show you that one. The final one, well, actually it's not the final one, but I will show you this. This is huge. I'm going to see if I can, I might have to, can you see it all? No. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn the camera off or pause it and then come back to, because I'll have to hand hold my camera to show you. Okay, so I'm back. So it's obviously, you can see the title, Redute Roses. So it's a very popular book. It's huge. And it's just full of amazingly beautiful images. This is not a book to, as far as I'm concerned, to cut up. I would never cut this up. People do, I know. So this side is information about the rose, and this is the rose itself, and the beautiful paintings. They're just stunning. I mean, the quality of the paintings is stunning. But I wanted to show you because I just, you know, it's a lovely book. I love roses. Roses are my passion, I suppose, in terms of flowers. This is a very popular book. Let me take you down to have a look. Look at the detail. I mean, very skilled artist. Again, so a lot of people take these out, take the pages out, and then they frame them, which is, you know, that's not a bad idea. You know, at least they're going to be seen. And but yeah, I would never use these as a page in a book. I just couldn't do it. Just a very collectible book that is beautiful, that you would look at time and again, I think. And then the information as well. It's helpful to have the information because, you know, roses are, there's so many of them, so many varieties, you know. So I just thought I'd give you a quick look at that. And I'll trying to think, there was another book that I wanted to show you, but maybe I'll show you another time. So I'm just going to stop this again and put you back on the arm, and then I'll talk to you a little bit about what I'm doing. Yeah, back again. Right, so now you might have, if you saw one of my reels, you might have seen some of this, some of these things. So I won't, well, it's up to you whether you watch this or not, but yeah, I just thought I'd share them again properly with you guys, and I've added more. So this is what I made as a little folder, if you like. So I've used some book page of an old vintage book of flowers, and I've used, as you can see, I've used digitals, done a little bit of this. It's my first time trying it, and it's smudged, but it's smudged on all of them, so, but I didn't want to waste it, so I still think it looks pretty. And I just made a little journaling card. Oh, I actually haven't backed that, but it's pretty to put anywhere, that, an invoice and a digital. So it's got those in there. And then I tied them with twine. So they all, well, not all of them, but a few of them tied up. So this is a pocket from an envelope, as you can see. And I'm used mostly old book pages and things like that, a little bit of digital there. And a fussy cut bird, and there's a pocket, as I said. And you can put that in, and you've got a pretty flower there. So you can change it out if you want to. So you can use that, or you could put a tag in with a pretty flower, whatever you want to do. So there's those two. This one, so again, it was a book page in a book that I'm not particularly fond of, and I wanted to start using it. I don't want to use digitals all the time. I like to use original books if I can. And so yeah, I used original book page there, added the flower and this, a little bit of fabric there at the bottom. I was going to add a button there or something else, which I will do. So again, it's another folder made from a file folder, a vintage one. And then this is an old document, piece of an old document, and a little tab, rose and what have you there. And then on the back, and then you've got more book pages there, map. And then on the back we've got a little, so we've got something I can put in there. So yeah, you've got a pocket on the back there as well. And that's just a snippet from a snippet roll thing that I did. So, yep, so there's that one. Look. This one, which I love, I think this is my favourite actually. So it's, again, using that paper and different paper, and then turn it around, and we've got more of that snippet roll. We've got a tag to put some glue on there. Anyway, I can take that off. Stamp, a real stamp, and a pretty image from a book. So as I say, these are mostly original books and things like that. There's a little bit of a digital there. So then there's this, and there's again, using the snippet roll, tried to use as much as possible. I made these two little journaling cards or tags or whatever. Love those too. So there's that, and then I made this one. This is a wraparound pocket. It's a little bit sturdy because I overstuffed it. Not overstuffed it, I covered it with a lot of different papers, and it's made it a bit thick. It has got things in the pocket though. So on this side there is a pocket, and I will use this to demonstrate. So you can put something in there, but you do have pretty background paper, and I've used fussy cut bird and flower and some lovely original papers, a lovely illustration, flower image there, and then I've used some cardstock, little tag, and a journaling card here. That one goes in there maybe. Let's see. You see a little bit of the flower peeking through. So yeah, oh, there we go. That looks nice. So yeah, you could swap them out, you know. So those. This one, little folder again. Haven't put anything inside yet, but it's very well decorated. Again, I used digitals mostly with this one. There is some book page there though. Excuse me. And I've wrapped it round so the book page goes all the way around, and then a little digital there, just some decorative bits. And then this was a book page from a bird book, as you can see, and I made a little pocket there. So another nice one. This is a tag. So I used all recycled tags for these. It was all recycled papers, and I used one of those tags that you get, you get a product in that you buy from the shop, and I tried cutting this bit out and it didn't work very well, so I need to find a solution for that. But yeah, a ribbon might work. But no, I will tidy that up. But it's a pretty tag. So there. And I have one more from that collection, and this is just another pocket. You could use it as a floating pocket. Put a tag in. See if there's a tag that would work with this one. I think this is the tag that I use for all of them. So that goes in there. Lovely more book pages and images. And then moving on to things that I made yesterday. I just had a couple of hours in here in the evening, so I made this pretty journaling card. This one. This is a little booklet, or little, not a booklet, what would you call this? Folder, little folder. Lots of different elements on that one. Love that. This one, and then there's vintage document there. Bendy. It's not very hard. This one, I like this, so I would wrap that around a page, something as a flip out, something like that. It's very pretty. This is a little book that I've made. I haven't quite finished it. I think I intended to put something on here and something there. But anyway, it's a little booklet with some pretty papers in. Just to add to a journal or something, and a little tag there, pocket there. And that's wallpaper, vintage wallpaper. Just a very simple paper fold out, flip, whatever. So I'd add that to a journal. Excuse me. And then this, and that's just a pretty, this is a digital and fussy cut flower and a little bit of tissue paper behind, and some recycled packaging paper. So very simple but effective. When if you see them in books and things, they do look effective, and they go in our envelopes and things like that we make. So yeah, so that's what I've been up to, and I will do more. I'll be back again to do some more work. I hope you enjoyed looking at the books, and I hope you enjoyed looking at the work. And I'll be back very soon with more to show you. So take care everybody, and have a lovely weekend, and bye for now.